as she was pushing him away, like, like, I'm not interested, she realized that one day, I don't know, for some reason, I don't know how, but they went on a trip together, on a trip like out of the country. They went on a trip together, like a tourist trip or something like that. And then she went back home or something like that. I have to remember the story. It wasn't, but I really remember the main point of the story here. She went on a trip, and then the guy, and then she was, for some reason, she was organizing her document at home, and then the two papers fell on the ground, and she picked them up, and she read, and she saw the letter, the papers, the letter that she wrote, the thing that she didn't want to see in a man, and thing that she wanted to see in a man. And when she looked at the man that she had, the man who was, trying to be with her, everything, he was the man that she was looking for, personality, everything. And she was shocked. She was like, wow. And then she showed him the letters, and the man was like, that's me. It's very interesting. I like this story. I really like this story. You have people who say that they have been writing their dreams, their goals, their expectation, their inspiration on papers, on like journal, I think, and then they kept it, and then they, for some reason, years later, they realized that life has a way to make it work together, and things happen. Okay, not like they expected, but it really happened to them. And as they were even thinking about it, it was like a wish to them, and it happened to them. So for me, the power of writing, it's on the paper, the writing, is something I've been thinking about a lot. Why do we have to write? Because even when we go to school, I remember when we were young going to school, we were writing a lot. And for me, it was easier to read and to learn and to remember what you wrote on your copybooks, and you can read your note. It stayed there, okay? But when you type, for me, sometimes I struggle a lot to study. Sometimes, I studied, but it was kind of, I didn't like a lot to learn from, the slide that we do at school. Now today you type. There is something about it. There is something about God gave us the ability, the capacity, the thing to write and to remember. And I really realized that God didn't do anything mistake. He knew what he did it. And today we have to write type. Even the connection with human, I remember I think in the old days, before, we used to have people who could read. When you do your motivation letter for applying for a job, there were people who were they were professional on reading motivational letter, and to see if the person was a good fit for the job. They used to do that before. And there are people who are waiting because they read through the way you write, your calligraphy. And at school, I remember when we were young, the first years, we were taught to learn how to write the calligraphy, because it was a must. Because even when the teacher was grading us, you have the section of grade where when you write, they have to see that you write good, okay? The writing, the calligraphy must be good in school. But today, because I've been typing a lot, my calligraphy has completely changed. And I see that I don't write beautiful like I used to write before, because I like to write a lot. Like, my calligraphy was good. But since now typing on computers, I I see that my calligraphy is no longer like, like it used to be before. And there are people who have now this job, a job. I mean, like they're a business of calligraphy. They make money with doing calligraphy. Like they write. Now it's a complete section of business. Something that used to be normal before, And yeah, I just want to do this challenge. If you're interested with me and you to do the challenge of writing your dreams, your goal, as I embark in the journey of life coaching and changing and starting over with no shame, starting over. If you think about doing the challenge with me, writing something that you really want, it comes to relationship, it comes to your goals in professional, everything in your life, and put it somewhere on the paper and hide it, and then come back in a year and see if it works. If it works, okay, I would say. So yeah, let's try it and see what it gives. Okay, let's try it and see what it gives. And yeah, how about that? So the power of writing is something that we used to do, and the world has completely changed. Every change are not always positive. Okay, so maybe you want to start the challenge with me. Write the paper, everything that you want on a piece of paper, and put it somewhere. And life has, I don't think universe, no, I'm Christian, I will say God has his mysterious way to make those things happen. And I believe in God, and we'll see what's going to happen.